and welcome back to my channel. I'm Debbie from Debbie's World, and this is the second in my series of recipes from Tom Kerridge's book Lose Weight for Good. I'm going to make myself a nice tasty breakfast. So I'm going to make this. It's the blueberry and apple Bircher Muesli. You can see I've made some notes about how I'm going to make a few alterations and make it Slimming World friendly. So on page 36, and it's in the breakfast recipes, it looks like this. It says, a bowl full of this delicious sustaining muesli will see you through to lunchtime. Apples, almonds, toasted fennel seeds and honey give it lots of character, and baking the oats and nuts first lends a lovely toasty flavour. So what you'll need for this recipe is 60 grams of rolled oats. Don't forget it serves 2. Oh, and the calories are 440 per serving. So for 60 grams of rolled oats, which serves 2, that is 30 grams of oats for part of your Healthy Extra B. And then the next ingredient is 2 tablespoons of flaked almonds. Well, I weighed out 2 tablespoons and that is about 15 grams. Now 25 grams of flaked almonds is a Healthy Extra B. So what I have here is 12 grams, which is going to be 2 servings, and it's going to be the other part of your Healthy Extra B. Now that's how I've worked it out. So please feel free to do your own calculations. I'm a Target member. I do have a little bit more flexibility where these things are concerned. But basically it's going to be 6 grams of almonds in each serving. Flaked almonds. 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds. I actually got these in a Slim of the Week basket or a raffle. So when I saw that, I thought, right, this is the way I'm going to use them. Toasted and crushed. 150 grams of natural yogurt. Again, I'm going to use Greek style natural yogurt, fat free. 100 ml of skim milk. Now don't forget that, again, this is between 2 portions. So 50 ml of skim milk, you can have 350 ml per day for 1 healthy extra. So I think I can easily use 50 ml of skim milk per day as part of one of my Healthy Extra A's. 100 ml of fresh apple juice. Now I know some die-hard Slimming Worlders might gasp at the thought of fresh apple juice, but actually it's not as high as you think. I've looked up apple juice on the app, and 100 ml of apple juice is 2 sins. So that would mean it would be 1 sin per portion, which, considering that I regularly count 1 sin for my yogurts in the morning, is not too much of a sacrifice for me. So I'm going to use fresh apple juice. However, if you didn't want to spend those sins, you could use some sugar-free dilute juice. You could either just add this, or you could make it up quite strong with water and add that to however strong you want it. So I've got this fruit and barley, apple and pear. That would be quite nice in it, and I might try that if I make this again. But for this occasion I'm going to use fresh apple juice and count the 1 sin per serving. And then it says 1 teaspoon of granulated sweetener. Again, I'm not particularly going to count that, as it's 1 teaspoon and it's over 2 servings. 2 large or 3 small eating apples, peeled and grated. So I've got some apples there from my wonky apple box. 60 grams of blueberries. I decided to go for fresh this time. And this is the other ingredient that would have sins. 2 teaspoons of runny honey. So a teaspoon of runny honey is 1 sin. So again, that would be in total, this recipe as it is straight from the Tom Kerridge book, would be 1 Healthy Extra A per day if you reduce the amount of flaked almonds slightly, and 2 sins per portion. However, what I have in the cupboard is I've got some Skinny syrup from the Skinny Food Company. I've got some vanilla syrup, which I'm going to try one day. And I've also got this left, Sweet Freedom Fruit Syrup Dark, and that is half a sin for a teaspoon. So I'm going to be taking this down to either 1 sin or 1.5 sins, depending which I decide to use. So the first thing we need to do is toast our oats and fennel seeds. I've got a baking tray here and my oven preheated to 180 degrees. I've got my fennel seeds. Oops, that's plenty. So about a teaspoon of fennel seeds. And then I've got my 60 grams of rolled oats. And I'm going to toast those in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes until starting to turn golden brown and a little crunchy. Next thing I'm going to do while the oats are toasting is peel and grate my apples. Once your oats and fennel seeds have been in the oven for about 10 minutes, you want to add your flaked almonds for another 5 or 6 minutes. And I think I'm going to take my fennel seeds out. So I have my toasted fennel seeds here. If I had a pestle and mortar, that's what I would use. But I've just got a big rolling pin. I'm just going to crush them very gently. Don't be banging up and down because you risk breaking your bowl. But I'm just going to crush my fennel seeds. I'm just waiting for the oats to cool slightly. So I've grated my apple, I've crushed my fennel seeds, I've got 100 grams of the Greek style yoghurt, and in there I'm going to add 100 ml of the fresh apple juice, and 100 ml of skimmed milk. Like so. To that you then want to add a teaspoon of sweetener. Now you do want to be doing this the night before or 3 hours before you want to eat it, as you leave it to soak in the fridge. So I'm actually going to do mine in 2 bowls, and I'm going to weigh out 30 grams of oats in each bowl. Then I'm going to add my fennel seeds. I think that'll be enough. I'm going to add the grated apple. Then I'm going to get my yoghurt, apple, milk, sweetener mixture and divide that equally between the bowls. So I've now got 2 bowls of Bircher muesli, and I'm going to cover these up and leave them in the fridge overnight. So I'll come back in the morning to see how I serve them. Oh, good morning, it's now the next morning, and this is what the Bircher muesli looks like after a night in the fridge. So I'm going to give that a stir, and then I'm going to top it off with some more Greek style yoghurt, some flaked almonds, 30 grams of blueberries, and 5 grams of Sweet Freedom Fruit Syrup Dark for half a sin, and I'll show you what that looks like. Blueberry and apple Bircher muesli from the Tom Kerridge Lose Weight for Good recipe book, and it works out as 1.5 sins, my Healthy Extra B, 50ml of my Healthy Extra A skimmed milk, and I'm sure it's going to be absolutely delicious. So I'll try it now and let you know what I think. Well, that was really nice. Really enjoyed that. I think I added a few too many fennel seeds, so I might reduce that next time, but I'll definitely make that again. Really delicious. Feel like it's going to be really filling. The apple juice, you could taste that, and the grated apples and the yogurt and the flaked almonds. Really nice. So let me know if you try it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.